Hey guys, I told you I'd be investing a little bit more this year, and one of the things that I wanted to do was break down the deals that I do for you guys, and I realized in order to break down those deals for you, you have to understand a little bit exactly my investment strategy, and so that's what I hope to give for you today. So the investment strategy I'm working on is called the BRRRR strategy, not just because it's negative 17 degrees here in Alaska. It just works out to be that acronym, and everyone loves acronyms. So this stands for buy, rehab, rent, and then refinance it out. And then if you want to, there's an R that's called repeat because we're pulling equity out. So the reason that I chose this investment strategy is because my goal is cash flow. My goal is to be able to have enough passive income to be able to just live off of that, and if anything happens to me, for my family to be able to be okay with this income as well. And this is the best strategy that I've seen just because it makes so much sense and it gives you a process in which to grow your portfolio at a very fast pace. So the first step is buy, and I'm going to star this one because it's the most important strategy. That's a star, by the way. And the reason why that's the most, or not the most important strategy, but the reason why that's the most important step is because if you don't do this step correctly, none of this is going to work out. And so when we're buying here, what I'm looking for is distressed properties. That means distressed sellers, like they're going through a tough time and they need the money to get away from the stress of the house. Maybe they need to leave state. Distressed situations maybe where they can't pay their mortgage and they're about to be foreclosed on, and by me giving them a cash offer, it's going to help them not be foreclosed on. Or distressed property, meaning the foundation's bad, the roof is bad, it's been destroyed by previous renters or previous owners, or the earthquake that happened. You're looking to buy some of that, and the reason why is because that's where the most opportunity is, because the most opportunity anywhere in real estate is for you to be a problem solver, for me to be a problem solver. And so by looking at the distress section of the properties that are listed, that allows us to be that property solver. So once you find this beautiful distressed property that you're going to then rehab, we're moving on to the next step, right? So you buy this, then you rehab it in order to make it into a livable condition, right? And depending on the quality of properties, maybe you're not putting granite countertops and stuff like that, but you're putting it in a condition where you'd be okay renting out to a family member. And so this is where we're at here. And the next step is rehabbing it. It's the most open step, and honestly probably is the most risky step because you can get way deep here. But so you're buying it, rehabbing it into a livable status because maybe it didn't or wasn't eligible for a bank loan. And then the reason why you're renting it is one, to cash flow, and two, most of the time if you're buying, when we're buying here, we're buying on private money, you're not going to be able to get a bank loan within 12 or 18 months. You're going to have to season that property or hold on to that property for 12 or 18 months before you can even get a bank loan. And so that's why rent is before refi. Here you're also cash flowing money. So you're paying probably interest only, depending on how you structured the buy. The rent allows you to stop coming out of pocket with $800 a month because hopefully then you have someone in there and you're cash flowing at that point. Now this is the most beautiful part of the process in my book, where let's throw some numbers on here. Let's say we buy a property for $100,000 and we put $20,000 into the rehab. So we're into it for $120,000. Once it's time to refi, depending on the loan structure you get, you'll be looking at 75%. And so after our rehabs, let's call the after repair value, or after the rehabs, is going to come in at 200. 75% of this 200 is then 150, right? So you do the math here. We're into it for 120. We're going to refinance it and get a loan for 150. That means you're getting $30,000 to buy this home and to refinance it. Oh, by the way, cash flow from the rent. So in this one scenario, you just pulled out $30,000. You have a property that has 25% equity in it, and you're cash flowing on a month-by-month basis. So it's covering all your bases, and that's why you get into this repeat step. So when I tell you guys this year that I'm looking at properties to buy, or I'm analyzing a deal for you guys, this is the way that I'll be analyzing that deal, and it's called the BRRRR strategy, and you're going to hear me reference it a whole lot this year. But that's really the gist of it. And I know my numbers are all crazy, But if you have any questions, definitely let me know because I'm passionate about it. There's books about it all the time. Bigger Pockets is one of the people. I'm not sure if you heard of it. That's a real estate investing social media site. They talk about it all the time. There's crazy amounts of information about it on there, but it makes sense, and that's how I'm going to provide for my family passively. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know if you're interested in it yourself too, because I would love to sit down and brainstorm back and forth. Because like I said, I haven't bought a property yet either, so I'm getting into it as well. So, thanks. Till next time.